Alright, it is time for day 4 of the Radiance mod. Now, I did go try to get a thumbnail for yesterday's video, and I noticed that the loot midgets inside of Wildlife leveled up to level 40. So, I guess after you finish normal mode story, everything catches up to level 40 with you. So that's kind of cool. I kind of do like that. That is neat. You could do that and like pre-farm before TVHM, I guess, if you wanted or needed to. And then I'm assuming it'll do the same thing in TVHM because that's how TVHM always interacts. And the main thing I'm interested in here is the fact that we should hit level 80 pretty easily here in TVHM without having to do multiple hours of intentional XP farming. We'll probably still have to do a little bit like we would in TVHM, but that's all. That's it. We would just do our TVHM farms, probably still be at the exact same speed, but get 40 more levels. So that's going to be interesting. I want to see how level 80 is with that at the end of TVHM. Let's get started though. Now I am curious, Digi Peak in normal mode was level 40, so I'm curious if Digi Peak in TVHM will be level 80. If so, that could be weird but interesting. We could see if we can go interact with it, see if we can get some XP early, and then I doubt we can get OP levels in TVHM. We'll probably have to scale up to UVHM for that, but if I were to do that, I'd want to go ahead and clear out DLC and the base game to have farms unlocked, of course, and then do OP levels. Alright, so back to that whole loot midget thing that I was talking about earlier. I did get a couple items from it that I guess I should mention. We got a new Titania. This one is non-element instead of corrosive. We've got an Emperor here, which seems to pretty much do Emperor stuff. It's single shot if I zoom in, but it's burst if I'm not zoomed, which is odd, but it definitely works. It is consuming 3 ammo. So maybe it is still burst firing, it's just instant 3 shots, which works, and that is kind of cool. And then I did also get a blockhead. It does blockhead stuff. And then we did also get a weapon called Crossblade. That surely does stuff. We'll have to shoot a guy with this and see what it feels like. Here at Digi Peak, yes, it is level 80. I could probably squeeze out a couple levels here, so I'm curious about trying to do that. I am noticing this weapon is giving me the drunk effect or the orc effect, whatever that little symbol on our stat bar was. Right there. I don't know which one it's supposed to be, but it certainly does exist every once in a while. Also, I am noticing if I do not get the effect of this shotgun, it doesn't auto-fire the entire mag. So that seems to be in effect with that, and yeah, we get a lot of XP here. So this might genuinely still be worth trying to do, at least for a little while here, because, well, it's free XP. Why not? You know, I don't know how much I want to do this, but I am going to put it out there that this might be the optimal way to farm XP, at least for a good while into normal or TVHM with this mod. Since high-level mobs do just give you that much XP, I've leveled up 7 times since I've gotten here. 6 or 7. Either way, a lot. Okay, so we are level 51. We have full spec'd down to trees. We can now start working down left tree at level 51. Of course, this is a side effect of some of these mods, where they put a 1-point skill in the second row, which instantly bumps you down to the 3rd row, and then that just saves you like 4 skill points trying to work your way down, which of course is going to basically allow me to guaranteed get every single capstone on the character. Some people could see that as being a problem. I more like to think about it as you are fully indulging in what the character is supposed to be, because you have everything. So instead of playing a niche, you are specifically just playing Gauge the character, and it could make it less interesting, which is fair. There's less variety, which is fair and very true, but you can still try to just fully hammer into 2 trees and then go halfway down one if you really wanted to. That would be an option. It would allow for a more unique build, but just because of the way that this tier works here, that's going to be a little harder of a sell. Still cool though. We're here at level 51, and we are not getting nearly as much XP as we were even, well, 2 or 3 levels ago. So, I don't know if I should be worried about our later XP progression based off of this fact, or if this is even a problem that I should consider at all. I probably will just continue walking forward now, though, since I am a higher level. I would imagine this will feel fine, hopefully. Also, now all of my equipment is at least 10 levels under, 11 levels under. So, hopefully we get fed some nice stuff early, or I might have to do Snowman DLC, or figured something else out because, well, I've boned myself otherwise. So I would like to apologize to anyone that has just witnessed what I did. Apparently, the severe amount of XP gains from higher level mobs might get nerfed a little bit. I'm not going to say that I've caused it, but I might have caused it. And it's totally fair that it gets nerfed. Oh right, Shock and Awe does a lot of damage, and I'm also 10 levels over, so I guess I can do that to him. Yeah, I guess who cares about the not having equipment thing? I'll just reload at them. And I love that since I do know how to press buttons pretty well in this game, I can sort of just spam reload without ever having to interrupt my sprint. Because canceling a reload with a shot does not actually cause you to stop moving, unlike a normal shot. So this is just actually really, really nice for me. You'll never guess what the plan is for Flint. Hey, you dropped something. Wait a minute. The Miscreant. Okay, so what are you? You're a bandit SMG, why waste time, shoot lock gun when few gun do trick. Okay, so this better just... Oh, what is this? Okay, so it's like a SMG Rocketeer? That's interesting. I don't think I'm necessarily playing a character that'll be good for this. But it certainly puts in work. Okay. Yeah, this is very, very cool. So I'm going to bring this up really quick, because this is a thing you could do if you're a keyboard and mouse player. Anarchy in this mod is triggered by reloading, and it doesn't go away until you reload again. So if you were to theoretically, I don't know, like shoot your gun, and then just, you know, drop reload, it doesn't go away. So you could do this. It's really troll, really cheesy way of doing it. But, like, you could. It's available, I guess. So, yeah, just a thing. Don't worry, drop reloading is going away. Okay, so apparently drop reloading is also going to get fixed. I apologize. Never mind on that strat I just listed. Rip. Oh well. Okay, there's a chance that backpack reloading might still work, even after the potential future fix. I'm just giving the developer a hard time at this point. Or, and this would be way more stupid, what if Anarchy was like a wild card skill, where like it could randomly throw out a Scorn Ball, or like a Hellfire Halitosis Fireball, or like Death Trap's Shock Ball that you can shoot, or stuff like that. And then just on the stat card, just all it says is, gives guns 25% more damage, and then in parentheses, may have unintended side effects. And that's it. That's all it says. Okay, our damage is starting to fall off a little bit on the reload here. Still able to put in pretty good work. but it's not an instant one-shot anymore because the enemies are finally starting to catch up in level. So we might need to look for a gun soon. Possibly. Is that an engineer? It's a firewalker. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. That's... Huh. So we can get our Gen 2 class mods already. I know that that's a thing. I'm really curious about getting one of ours. I would love to get a catalyst right now, considering our main damage source is reloading. But I just want to see a Gen 2 comm of our character. So this will be... I'll be looking out for these. Milk, what did you just buy? What is that? Oh, okay. The Double Downer. So it provides Anshin stuff. And then it doubles 5-year lifetime. When in 5-year life mode, gain 25% gun damage and 100% weapon accuracy. Okay. So, sort of just an Anshin shield, but if you go down, you get more 5-year lifetime, you hurt more, you aim better. That's kind of cool. I do like that. I don't think it'll work with this build, necessarily, but that is a cool thing. I do like that. Oh. Oh my god, why? I don't know. Because my brain sucks. Alright. Anyways. Back to reloading on guys.
Nice shot. Hell yeah.
Okay, let's be fair. I have 58 stacks of Death Trap right now. My character is as loaded up for this as they could be. Yeah, I think when we consider the fact that I have tons of Death Trap stacks, which increase my shock damage by 4% per level, apparently, we, of course, are going to be dealing a lot of damage with our reload spam. Ooh, okay. So this is kind of just a problem with the game itself. This can't really be blamed on the mod, but enemy vehicles being kind of thick kind of sucks. It is what it is, though, I understand. Can't necessarily blame the mod on this. I should have kept the V-shield I had, considering the fact that I knew these guys are here, but I just didn't because I'm dumb, I guess? I don't know. So, since vehicles are so thick, here is the current plan. Wait for them to stop moving, and run up on them. And just kinda do that. And then hopefully not get hit by the second car. Yep, too late. Alright, save quit, do it again. But yeah, no, I knew that was on its way. I knew I was gonna get farmed there. I figured. Now, for Badma, I want to go ahead and try to reload to break his shield, and then I'm going to actually jump away, and then throw skyrockets, and hopefully that'll work. There we go, shield's broken, jump away. That trap is just going to stare at me instead of helping. There we go. Not bad. This is just nice. I'm just having a chill time, spamming my reload button at people. Who would have thought the most optimal way to play Gage in a mod would be like the opposite of how you play her in vanilla? It's to just spam reload instead of like waiting to reload. Also, got another one of these, and then I thought I saw something else, but I guess not. So let's just shoot it, I guess. It does this. Still does this, fires 3, burst of 3. Still probably really, really strong. Yes, yes it is. Okay, we'll keep that on. So, I have to imagine this is going to look like it did in the first playthrough. I'm going to go ahead and break his shield, swap to the rocket launcher. Okay, it takes a little bit longer. That's good. And then still just kind of do that. Save quit in front of that guy. And we're good. Wilhelm. Go ahead and just kind of try this. Wow, he does not care about this rocket this time. Okay, what about reloading? How do you feel about that? He doesn't care about that either. Okay, we might be here for a second then. No problem at all. Only got to break one train car, too. Feels good. I didn't grab mutated Varkids, but we're level 56. The story is level 56. And I think even if we get a little under-leveled here, we probably could go ahead and make up for it anyway, just by actually fighting the mobs that are in front of us instead of just save quitting past them. So, yeah, feels fine. You know, honestly, besides trying to get better equipment from Clan Wars, I don't really know if I need to do Clan Wars. Realistically, I could probably just wait until Loomidgets in Wildlife, farm those guys for equipment, and also maybe a little XP if I needed it. So that's probably exactly what I'm going to try to do. I guess we'll have to see what level Wildlife is compared to us, but that sounds way more casual and way more chill. So I might do that instead. Wow. An 8 mag javelin. With those, yeah, that's, that could be really strong, even on this character. If I had the cash for it, I would buy it. Because that could do the big slap really, really easily. This is anti-poison stalker weapon. Wow, it actually killed one instantly. Let's go. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Alright, we've got a Deliverance. If I had to guess, it probably still does Deliverance stuff. Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Okay, so about that whole being underleveled when entering this map thing, we're almost level 59, so we're basically almost a level over the expected level here. So, yeah, turns out it was a fine decision to just walk forward. Wow. That did a lot of damage. Like, more than I expected it to. I guess I do have a lot of stacks of Death Trap right now. But that's still a lot. We're not going to do too much of this, but just a couple runs real quick. Just to maybe get some upgrades, possibly. Right, so we've got the Contained Blast. This appears to be the Ogre. Consumes 2 ammo per shot. It's probably the Ogre, if I had to guess. I guess I would have to sit here and wait for the effect to kick in. So apparently this weapon's special effect is that every time you fire it, it fires a gyrojet alongside a normal bullet. So that's pretty cool. I actually do think that's kind of neat. Ah, okay, I've seen this before. This is the Meat Shield. This provides 0 capacity, but it provides extra roid and some flat health regen. So that could be kind of nice. If I was spec to sharing is caring, I could give this to Death Trap, and then I could go ahead and swap back to my shield. And then that would be really good for him, because it would constantly give him that roid uptime without having to worry about it going back up, and also without having to give him a Love Thumper or something hazardous. So this is actually really, really nice for us. We will hold on to this, and I might even look for an upgrade on this later on into like Digi Peak, or even at like OP10 when we're testing stuff. We've got Skull Masher, 3.3 times crit. This is more than the Lady Fist, more than the Forerunner. So this is probably just an insanely high crit. It's got the bolt action to it. It's pretty cool. Pretty normal though. Oh hey, a ruby. Now, I've been told that Moxie weapons no longer provide a lifesteal. So I'm not sure exactly what this means. Maybe instead they provide, yes, they provide health regen when you're holding them. So you can't just like insta heal yourself, but you can hold this to idly heal if you need to. And it seems to be reasonably fast. Yeah, it's reasonable. Of course, with Cooking Up Trouble, it is a little bit faster. But even without it, it's still trying, at the very least. And this is just a Ruby, it's not even a Grog. Ruby and Grog are tied for highest health regen at 4%. Oh, okay. So apparently the Ruby and Grog are actually tied. So that is the max health regen from those. I'm not gonna try to read this, but you can look at it. So, this provides roid damage and bullet regen. That is it. I'm not gonna try that. It's definitely a word though, probably. We've got a new B shield here, which honestly with the Deliverance could be kind of funny, especially walking up to Bloodwing like we are, so I might go ahead and hold on to that. We've got a Madcap. High capacity shield, 5-year lifetime is reduced by 50%. Okay, so it's a turtle without the max health downside, probably a little extra capacity, and then it reduces 5-year lifetime. You could use this. I'd probably prefer a shield with more utility, but it exists, so that is fair. We've got the Plus Ultra. This is different. Okay, so doubles max health, increases cooldown rate by 20%. Huh. Okay, so this could be useful. Maybe on like Maya or somebody else who can maintain their health really well. That's neat. Maybe Sal. I just realized Salvador. Big contender for Sal. We've got a pitchfork in the chest. Probably does pitchfork stuff. Honestly, the pitchfork has been doing a lot of damage recently from what I've noticed in other mods and just testing in general. So I'm going to hold on to this. Alright, we've got the Polaris here. So, Molly 1 pistol. Burn damage seems normal. Oh wow, it's a really high fire rate Molly 1. Interesting. Okay, I don't know if that's its special effect, but I like that. That's kind of neat. Alright, and I think that'll go ahead and do it for equipment farming. We've gotten a couple shiny new objects here, most of which I'm realistically probably going to sell, but still a couple of them are pretty neat, and I'll probably hold on to the melee shield because Death Trap. But yeah, overall, not a bad haul. Only did a couple runs, not really that many. I will say, if you don't like UVHM, I think this is a good mod for you. Any random person, because we can get level 1 to level 80 through normal and TVHM. The scaling feels fine. It feels reasonably easy to keep caught up, especially if you actually like play the game and don't like skip half the content like I normally would. So like this is good. And then it does leave UVHM. You could still play UVHM and OP levels. Those are still available. You could even pre-prep for UVHM as much as you wanted, since at the end of TVHM you'll be level 80, everything else will be level 80, and then you could just try like speedrunning UVHM if you really wanted to, and then of course you can take on Peak from there. So yeah, I like this so far. I've got a Deliverance, I've got a B shield. We're gonna wait for her to do that final lap around, she'll come forward, and I'm just gonna start throwing stuff. Hopefully this works. Hopefully she is aggro on me and not Death Trap. Yeah, this works. And then probably, since we're out of ammo, just do a little bit of skyrocket, you know, the normal stuff. There we go. Yeah, not bad. And with that, we are going to go ahead and call it for today. Progression feels great, honestly. I wasn't really sure how it would feel. I was a little worried about there being sticking points, or maybe it taking longer to grind XP. But since the way XP scaling has been changed, it feels fine. Everything feels good so far. That's another deliverance. Ours is better. We'll keep using ours. And yeah, feels like a good day. Day 4.